That's a really tough question, actually. There was one a while ago that was Bone Church in Killer Can, and that was really, really good. I was actually shooting that show, which was even more fun. I got to like kind of engage with it and climb on stage and stuff.
Can I do a toss-up?
Sure.
So in 2020, Space Camp did the release show for not their last record, but the one before, and they had the full orchestra. That was the first time unknowingly I saw my partner ever play. That was the first show they ever played here. Either that or a band that doesn't exist anymore called Cragmask was touring on a record, or they were pushing a record called Loom, and it like broke my brain. Like changed my life.
You know, it's really hard for me to do things like that because of my job. I try not to pick favorites, but I am going to say that seeing Pentagram here was pretty crazy. Because that's like a band from way back, and I was like, Pentagram is like playing in New Haven at like the State House, and I covered it too, and I got to write about it, and it was loud. It was probably the loudest show I was ever at in my life. So that I would consider, I don't know if I would say, I don't like to use the word favorite, but it was definitely memorable.
Well, are you sure? Because like my favorite concert here was your show. It was when we got to celebrate you. Like that was really like the most like we're a community, we want to hug it out kind of like experience I've ever had here. I loved it. It was, and you know, that we got to play, awesome. I love that. But it was like that sort of pure community. You can't buy it, you can't force it, but you can create it and you can let people come together to create it. And I don't know, you know, I'm sorry, Al, this question is turning into a celebration of you. But it was an indication of like, just how many awesome people you surround yourself with. So it was nice.
Honestly, my favorite that I've probably been to is I saw a friend of mine's band, Wolf Harbor, back in, I want to say November, around here.
One of them, I have a bunch, honestly, that come to mind. Okay, so one of them was getting to see Screaming Females play here back in like 2017, and one of the openers was Portrayal of Guilt. And they fucking blew my mind. I had never been to a black metal show, to be honest with you, or at least one of that magnitude. And it was sold out, and it just ripped. It was amazing.
Nice. Oh my God, that's too hard. Mm-hmm. That's very hard. I have no idea.
I know. Okay.
Okay, I'm glad that you can edit this. Most of the concerts I've seen here have been local bands, and there are so many local bands that I love. And hello, hi friends.
Hello.
Hello. And I guess that's a way of saying that my favorite concert is not really one concert. It's so many different shows of local bands that I love. And really my memory of the State House will always be a place where I can see the bands that I love and the people that I love playing in shows that inspire me and excite me and make me feel excited about music. And that's what I'll always remember, and that's what I'll miss.
Honestly, my favorite show moment really of the State House was Vikel's 50th birthday party. Chesky showed up and did a surprise set, just the acoustic guitar. It was just about celebrating humans and really bonding with people. And it was one of the most incredible moments that I think we've had here. Anytime Chesky plays, obviously it is a next level experience, but also just the depths of human beings is really the whole staple of the State House.
My favorite show at the State House that I've ever saw here was most likely Bella's Bar Talk. When I played with them, when I opened up for them, it's just the energy was incredible. That was the best show. All the shows together combined into one force.
I will start. because I was brainstorming before, but first one I saw here was Pentagram back in 2018. That was wild, and that was where we hung out with some good friends, some great times. But just about a year ago, 2022, we were here live with Coffin, Intercourse, Local Legends, Bajel, and the Human Fund, who couldn't make it, but they were present. Couldn't play, but they were present in spirit. I've also seen a handful of local shows here, whether it's the Tynes or the Problem with Kids, and I'm always banging my head outside, seeing UL and smoking some J's and having a fantastic time. So those are my favorites. Off the top of my head, I will probably kick myself later.
Yeah, definitely my favorite show was opening for Pentagram with Bone Church. That was like a last minute thing that we got asked to do. It was literally like, I think the day of.
Yeah.
And I texted our little band group chat and I was like, we have to fucking do this. Like, I love Pentagram. I mean, we all do. So that was insane.
Also kind of photography based. So I was looking for a location to take pictures of Problem with Kids today. And Carlos said, you know, my state house is your state house, and just let us in here. And we did a shoot in the basement here, and we did a shoot upstairs on the stage, and we like kind of moved around some stuff and made a nice background. But it was just cool to like kind of be here for a quiet day with friends, kicking around and like getting to explore the space and like see a different side of it.
This is selfish, but I got to surprise my partner. I said I wasn't going to be able to make it to their last show they ever played here, this being the first place they ever played, and I surprised them with flowers.
Aww.
And they cried, and I loved it.
That is a good memory.
I was really glad I got to come.
My favorite memory here is definitely doing the State House Cabaret here.
Ooh, yeah.
Because that was with all of my friends. And when we did the very first one, we did Saturday and Sunday, very first one. And actually my mom, this is a little kind of a sad thing, but my mom was dying. She was on her way out. My mom died like the day after that Monday, like middle of the night thing. I kind of left here, and it was to be around my friends and to be doing something while my mom was not doing well, and we kind of knew she was on her way out. It was very important for me to be with my friends through such a trying time in my life.
Not exactly the same answer, but that was the show where Bobby pulled me upstage to sing the chorus of Black Lung. That was a pretty cool time, but there's way too many to even count with State House.
Okay, favorite memory here for sure was very recently. I was here with some close friends. We were having a really good night. I was feeling very just relaxed and kind of in tune with what was going on. And the music was great, and I went downstairs to take a piss. And I looked at the urinal, and the word alchemy popped into my head, and then I started looking into alchemy after that, and it was actually kind of an interesting moment in the last. It was only a few weeks ago, and now like I have a word for something that I do sometimes. I think so.
When it opened. Being a band that opened up for, or just like booked for this, booked for the venue, like we're just, or, back in the day, like, how usually like people think that, the people would hit me up and be like, yo, what band should we play? Like what band, like they would always hit me up and get the shows going. And I'd always say, the bands that have made a difference, and they still are killing it.
You know something? It's sort of kind of music related, but it's not.
Okay, I figure it's probably
yeah. We had Martin Rev of Suicide play here. And it was a really interesting experience. The music was a lot different. I wasn't really expecting it. But what the coolest part about it is this man has been making music forever. Suicide's one of the most influential bands out there. This dude could write his own ticket for anything at any point in time. He made sure on that rider there was food for the other band, the local band that was there. He made sure that his hotel, he He was there for an extra couple of days so he could spend more money in New Haven. And he did that on purpose. And I got to see the true genuineness on what an artist should be, even when you've already established yourself. And that, to me, will forever be my favorite moment.
So many good memories.
So many parking lot memories here.
And it's also a fantastic parking lot, which you do not get in New Haven.
Rare.
Yeah, hella rare, dude. Hella rare, and rarely do my tires lose air in this parking lot. Is someone trying to jam me up? It doesn't matter.
Well, I think it's really important to consider not just that people want to live somewhere, but why. And like having more apartments in a town is nice, but like not if it gets rid of things that make that town worth moving to. And I would also say, fuck you, because you're in New York and you don't give a shit. So, yeah, you're a huge piece of shit.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I think I'm making a lot of that tonight.
Good, yeah, oh, that's whatever. That's, I think everyone's take on it is like, fuck those people.
I'm debating if I should be... This place is amazing, and like, I can't believe that you're just gonna turn it into apartments that most people can never afford.
Yeah.
And I play in a band with Sam Carlson called The Tines, and I'm gonna quote him and say, fuck you.
Well, Carlos and Slate, man, you know, I think it's real hard for anybody else to understand like just how much they've like contributed to local culture and just like how great it has been to have like this in the heart of downtown New Haven. And like, I know it's thankless work and it's like almost never profitable work, and it's not as profitable as luxury apartments or whatever, but it's something really special. And you know, they didn't create it, but they tapped into it. And I'm just so thankful that they saw something and that they committed to it, because it was really something beautiful.
A message? Oh, I would say thank you for being amazing, and that I hope that whatever you do next is just as amazing. I can't imagine it won't be.
Awesome.
I am so appreciative of the years that we've had this, and damn, I just wish it wasn't ending so soon.
My message to Carlos is, to Carlos and Slate, is first one of gratitude. Thank you. I don't think you know how many good experiences like all of my friends have had here. Thanks for that. Thanks for providing a space for musicians to actually like hear themselves while they're on stage playing and like feel like the venue cares about them. They're not just thrown up on stage with like no monitors. Like everything is like dialed. This as soon as it opened, it was the best place to play in New Haven as a band, because you could hear yourself, and then the crowds were great too. So yeah, so thanks for that, man.
Oh, God bless those guys. I thought you meant the owners.
I'm sorry. I should specify from now on, because I'm gonna get a lot of...
No, the owners, God bless those guys. I've known them for years, and Carlos is somebody who's really done a lot for the music community in New Haven, and like forever indebted to those guys.
First and foremost, thank you guys for everything you've done. Not only did you give chances to local musicians, some more of the established acts out there, but even the employees aspect. You know, I answered a Facebook, I need help at the door, and I haven't left since, because there's such a loving environment. And to watch art be free, to be itself, and to work here during a week that you have klezmer music night, a punk rock drag show, Steve Rogers release party, and an indie rock night all in the same week. And the following week, you have Little Eazy-E. It's just an amazing experience where everyone is accepted. To have a safe space to 100% just live your art is something that New Haven truly needed. And we are so much better for y'all for doing it. Thank you guys so much. And thank you for taking a chance on a weird dude with blonde hair, tattoos, and glasses.
Being here tonight felt really emotional for me, actually. I didn't expect that. And I think this place has been a place for me that has been a place for me to grow musically as a person, not just through playing shows here or practicing here for my first Rock Lottery right after COVID, but just seeing musicians that I care about and that inspire me, and coming to sanctuary dance parties and just having moments that felt important to me as a person and important to me as a member of a community. And I'll really miss that. And I'm so grateful to everybody who's been a part of making this space feel like a community space where people could celebrate music and be together.
I would say when this place ends, there's only a new beginning. I mean, we are part of the universe. So like when things end, like nothing ends. It's only a new beginning to another thing that is even better. Or it could be worse, but there's no way it could be worse because you already had it. You're like we already have this going on. You know, it's back to the basics. It's back to back to square one. I don't know. It's just there's no difference between ending something and beginning it. There's nothing. It's just it always has been there to begin with, and you're just keeping it going. And longevity is just keeping it going is the most incredibly important thing. Just keeping it going.
I mean, we're all kind of in this together. It sucks. But I wouldn't lose hope. I think that's what I would say, you know?
Yeah, no, I definitely wouldn't lose hope because tonight is a testament to, the local NHV Connecticut music scene, because you get such an eclectic group of people under the rock and roll umbrella. Because let's be real, guys. It's all rock and roll, hip hop, punk rock, heavy metal, whatever the fuck. So there will be something that surfaces. I don't know if Carlos and Slit are going to get to something, but I know they'll get cracking and get shaken, baby, because something will rise, right? We're all coming from the ashes, and there's got to be something. There's got to be a breaking point, whether we start fucking twisting up Yaleys and bringing back Rudies or doing whatever at 3 Sheets and bouncing to some bad beats. And I don't know, I'm all out of rhymes, but, I'm not a rapper, but something will come out. Something will come about, and we'll get something going.
Just the fact that the doors opened, that's probably the biggest achievement. Just being able to repurpose the space and transform it and open the doors. That was a big deal. That took 2 years. There's a lot of fighting with the city and arranging things and planning things. And sometimes things that were kind of beyond me, but then thank God for fucking Google, it all came back into focus and we were able to keep moving forward. So yeah, I don't know if there's any big regrets.
Oh.
Honestly, whatever missteps we might have had were all part of the learning process. So I'm actually thankful for them. Otherwise, I'd be walking around with all sorts of wrong ideas on what would work and what wouldn't. Oh man, I don't know. Do we need to do parting words? I mean, we're not going anywhere. This is almost like when you leave a party with someone and you say goodbye to them on the front steps of someone's house, and then you walk in the same direction, towards your car for 5 minutes, and there's an awkward 2 or 3 minutes where you don't talk to each other because we already said our formal goodbyes. Then after a while you acknowledge the awkwardness and you're but we're all still here. So yeah, there's not gonna say goodbye because I love everybody that we've come in contact with, I love the community that we built. There's so many people that I've met here that I'm totally thankful for, and we're not really going anywhere. You'll probably just see us in different aspects in different parts of the town, so no need for goodbyes.
We will build a new music scene. We will do it together.